Caleb is up next in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Caleb, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
What's going on?
Well, I'm having some financial struggles with my girlfriend. Really, I'm doing all right myself. We have separate bank accounts. I've never really thought of combining them or anything, but she just hasn't been handling her finances very well, and it's kind of putting like a real strain on our relationship.
In what way? What's your involvement with her money?
She hasn't been able to help out with any of the bills. We live together.
There it is. Okay. So a lot of combined bills. She can't pay the bills?
Yeah. No, she can hardly even pay her own bills.
Why?
And
is she working full time?
Yes and no. She just recently relocated.
Okay.
And that was the issue. She took a job that didn't really pan out, and so for about a month or two there, she really didn't have the income coming in.
Okay.
And on top of that, she didn't really have any money saved up to fall back on, so she was putting stuff on credit cards.
So are you covering all the bills right now?
Yeah.
So, brother,
all of the household bills.
Caleb, is the problem financial, or is the problem you're growing increasingly disgusted's probably a strong word, but you're growing increasingly frustrated by the character of the person you're trying to play house with?
Yeah.
I don't want to, are you starting to believe, I don't know if I want to be married to someone who rolls like this?
Yeah, that's definitely, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head right there.
Okay, because here's the deal. One, George and I are both going to tell you, if you're not married, and we can say there's a moral issue, fine, but there's a legal issue. If you're not married, paying each other's bills, playing each other's bills, it just makes for a mess, dude. If you own a house together, the whole thing's just so complex. And so we would tell you, man, if you're going to play house, get married, and because at least there is some legal protection as you separate things out if things go sideways. If you're just dating, it just turns into World War III and IV and V. But beyond that, man, both George and I are married. We both are all in on the woman that we are with. And if there's a season where we got to do extra, there's no problem there. That doesn't seem to be your issue. That seems to be you're just getting increasingly frustrated that this is who I'm dating? This is come on. And she's just like, nah, you got it. Is that right?
Yeah, that's definitely, you're going down the right hole there. What kind of frustrates me is I feel like a pressure, she wants our relationship to move to the next level.
What is the next level? You guys are already living together.
That would be marriage or kids. And I'm not comfortable doing that with her because of her finances.
Have you told her that?
Hey, hold on. It's not because of her finances. It's because of her character. They are expressing themselves in her finances. Don't get those two screwed up, because she's going to make you a bunch of promises and say, okay, well, I'll pay my credit card off and I'll go get another job. That's not going to cure the underlying, which is, I'll do whatever I want. I don't have to participate in creating a home together. And also, in her defense, y'all are kind of just making up. You're just. It's very wishy-washy, and it's hard to anchor into wishy-washy, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Have you had a conversation with her yet about all this?
Yeah, I have, and it just ends in argument and yelling and stuff. I'm just kind of at my wit's end, because even as we speak, she's getting opening up new credit card accounts and stuff like that.
Have you said to her, being in debt scares me to death, and when you borrow money, I can't breathe. And moving forward in my home, the home that I want to raise kids in and build a family with, we are going to be people who don't borrow money. And so if that's the way you want to get through your world, I love that. You are opting out of relationship with me. Have you said that?
No, I haven't.
Have a backbone, man. You got to stand up and speak your virtues out into the world. Because you're going to wake up 3 years from now, you're going to have 2 kids, you're going to be considering a wedding, and you are not even going to know what day it is. You're going to be so frustrated. Is that fair?
Yeah.
I would never, and listen to me, don't go tell them, be like, hey, I called these guys on the radio. They told me to dump your butt. That's not what we're saying at all. I'm telling you, the only thing in the world you can control is your thoughts and your actions. So you go be a person of character and say exactly what you need and what you feel. And then she gets to opt into that, and y'all create a life together, or she gets to opt out of that and have a bunch of shiny plastic toys. That's it. I know I made that sound real simple. I know it's way more complex than that.
But Caleb, this is eating you alive, man. This is turning into resentment. This is turning into you feeling like you're enabling her poor decisions. And if I'm in your shoes, I just go, this relationship isn't working. Our values are too dissimilar for this to work. And I wish you the best. And you know what that means? Someone's got to move out, and it's going to get real awkward real quick.
Because your first thought's going to be like, I've been paying the bills. And she's going to say, bye, Felicia. And the whole thing starts over. Then George and I high five, and we're like, told you so. But we won't do that.
I know the next few steps are going to be real hard, but what's even harder is just sticking this out, hoping things change, and it just gets worse. And then you've got a lot of resentment. And John Deloney, he quotes another super smart psychologist guy who said, choose guilt over resentment.
Yeah,
and you're going to feel guilty. You're going to go, she's already going through a tough time. I can't believe I could do this to her. But man, it's going to
choose
eat
that
you
over
alive.
Hating the woman that you love, right? Or hating your mother-in-law or hating your dad. Like, choose guilt. Choose the boundaries, right? And it goes back to... I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but I think I've talked about it a little bit.
It's a secret?
Well, it's just I got a new book coming out in the fall, but one of the discussions comes from the great Michael Easter, which it's hard. Life is hard if you are overweight by 100 pounds. It's hard. And it's so hard to lose 100 pounds. So you're not toggling between, one's real easy and one's real hard. My life is super simple if I'm 100 pounds overweight and my knees hurt and my back hurts and I'm exhausted. And you're not choosing between a real fun time and a hard time losing weight. They're both hard. Right now, what he's choosing is nobody taught that dude how to say his needs out loud. And nobody taught him how to sit down with somebody and build a picture of what marriage could look like for us and building a life and a home together. No one's done that. Doing that will be almost impossible. And living with somebody that you don't share their values and they are just digging a hole that expect you to clean up, that's hard too. So it's not an easy, one's easy and one's hard. They're both hard. You got to just choose your hard, right?
But one's going to lead to freedom.
What's the path? That's right.
That's a good word.
Yeah, one path heads to freedom.
Man, wishing you the best.
Choose your heart, man.